think Michael van Gerwen will be looking to lay some ghosts to rest here after his performance in Mulheim last weekend against Michael Smith in the final. Lost 4 legs in the space of 6 minutes en route to a 6-2 defeat in that final 6 days ago.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg running.
This should be a much easier.
R.Huybrechts.
He's a tough taskmaster, is Van Gerwen. He's his biggest critic.
Ronnie shunning the ball
69. Michael requires 72. Game shown the first leg.
And that is an emphatic start for Michael van Gerwen, a 14-dart leg.
Game on.
And a break of throw as well, and R.Huybrechts immediately surrendering the advantage of throwing first in this one, and Michael van Gerwen looking to consolidate. And as he said to me before, when you've got the throw, just throw a 140 with your first visit. Simple. What can I say? Don't make any mistakes. That's pretty much his philosophy.
1-on-1.
Did drop a leg against Adam Hunt, by the way. It was one of his 3 legs that he dropped en route to the final. Beat Chizzy 6-0 in the quarters, beat Jason Lovett 6-0 as well.
Yeah, MVG won the first 4 events of the year on the European Tour, and the way he was playing last week, it just looked like it was going to be number 5. His darts were sublime, just like that. Averaged 103, 114, 101, 104. Then got to the final and was averaging 117 after 4 legs. He was 4 legs down. What more can you do?
We spoke last weekend as well about Van Gerwen wanting to prove a point after what was relatively speaking, a disappointing World Series for him in Australia and New Zealand. Looking to right the wrongs, didn't quite come out on top in Mulheim, but he's 2 legs to the good here already.
Well, just to underline how ridiculous the standards are by which we judge MVG. He goes to Australia and plays 3 tournaments, well, Australia and New Zealand, and he's fired in another 180. He doesn't win any of them, and you're thinking, oh, a chink in the armour, he's not doing that well. But the only reason we say that is because this year, since the Worlds, he has not gone 5 tournaments in a row without winning one of them. 4 is the most he's done. This is his 5th tournament since his last win. He is due.
Long overdue.
At one point this year, before the August break, he was winning more than half of the tournaments he entered, which is just terrifying. When you do consider that you look around the world of darts and you think there are perhaps more genuine winners than ever, with, A.D. Lewis winning tournaments, the world champion Gary Anderson, obviously Phil Taylor around, and many more besides, the likes of Peter Wright and Raymond van Barneveld.
Yeah, there was that spell after he lost the World Championship final.
61.
Like you say, he had the early successes in Europe as well. He won the Masters as well, didn't he, against Barney? He won the UK Open. He won in Dubai, let's not forget, too, in the first part of the year. It was an incredible run. Has since backed it up as well with his maiden World Matchplay title in Blackpool at the Winter Gardens in July. Averaged almost 100 in that win over James Wade, and I suspect his average is very healthy here tonight as well.
Game on.
Well,
yeah, he was in a bit of a pickle there. And Van Gerwen likewise here, but that's a terrific recovery. And that sets it up very nicely indeed, assuming Huybrechts does not take out 97, but it is possible, of course, and he'll fancy his chances here. Chance to break back.
I said he can't afford any mistakes.
Well,
and not giving himself a double
57
against the world #1 in that position probably counts as one. Is it going to be 4-0?
Game
Yes,
shot
it
of full
is.
flag.
And the smile is back on the face of Michael Van Gerwen and his many
Game on.
supporters inside this.
Not going to go.
Michael, you require 104.
Well, tops is what he was looking for.
64. Ronnie, you require.
That would have been a very flamboyant way of going about it.
54 for Huybrechts, though. It's got to go. It has to go. Double top. Double 10.
Game
And he
shot
does
and
find the
fifth flag.
target.
Ronnie Huybrechts,
See, Michael Van Gerwen wanted that. A couple of times. They've met 5 times in the past. Ronnie's won a couple of them, and 3 of them have gone 6-5. But Michael Van Gerwen is doing everything within his power to make sure this does not go 11 legs. And look at that, even though he has taken his foot off the gas a little bit over the last leg or two, he's still averaging 105 and 122 on the first 9. Steady darts.
Ominous stuff from MVG.
60.
Well, Ronnie had to survive a fairly gutsy fight back from Wes Newton to move through yesterday. Led 4-0 and 5-1 before Newton forced the decider. I don't think Van Gerwen will have to withstand a fight back here. He's
44.
closing in on a 5-1 lead here now.
Ronnie, you require
Top
160.
either side of a Huybrechts visit.
Well, he may not get another go.
Yes, he will.
He might not, you know. He might not. Ronnie Huybrechts. Fractions. Fractions.
Huge let-off for Van Gerwen. Double 10 though. Well, Huybrechts might be back here at double 10 himself. And he will.
Ronnie, you require 20.
Well. Is the tide turning here? Late in the night in Innsbruck. Big moment this for Ronnie.
Game shot.
He takes it and 4-0 becomes 4-2.
Ronnie Huybrechts, 7 leg running to throw first. Game on.
And it's the Huybrechts throw as well. Don't look at me like that, Dawson.
That table is not safe. Don't get me wrong. The bookies are saying Van Gerwen's got this. But this is not as cut and dried as it may seem.
Well, Huybrechts really could have done with a more solid start than that to this 7th leg.
99.
Van Gerwen's average has dipped under 100 now.
The rebel back in the treble. And again.
120.
Could turn out to be significant, that dart on the floor.
43.
Well, Michael Van Gerwen, that's affected his average too. 99.43 for Van Gerwen so far in this 7th leg. Huybrechts peppering the treble 20 bed once again. With a 180. Questions being asked of the world #1 all of a sudden. Huybrechts with his first 180 of the match. Van Gerwen looking 59. Over his shoulder all of a sudden here.
Ronnie, you require 156.
Ronnie Huybrechts. He can't miss that treble bed. He can't miss it.
It's like a magnet drawing them in.
120.
Oh, look at that, he's down to 36. Van Gerwen is still on 300.
100.
Can't get anywhere near
Ronnie,
Huybrechts
you
at the moment.
require 36.
Double 18 for Ronnie to go within a leg of
Game
the
shot
world
and a
#1.
7th leg. Ronnie Huybrechts, 8th leg, Michael
And
for
this
first.
wonderful night of darts keeps on giving. Michael Van Gerwen, there you go, 177 to kick off this 8th leg, and a leg which you really will consider to be a must-win.
I only said that, by the way, just to spark Huybrechts into life. It clearly worked.
57.
I'm not taking the credit by any stretch for Huybrechts' fight back here.
Good.
58.
I don't think he'd want you to have any credit after so callously writing him off at 4-0 down.
Is this a Michael Smith, Alan Morris style comeback from Huybrechts? Still has work to do, but my word, he's made a big impression in the last 3 legs, hasn't he? Van Gerwen looking to do likewise here, just to get himself back on track here. This would be a timely blow.
Oh, just a bit more bounce, a bit more aggression from Van Gerwen. He went quiet for a good 2 or 3 legs there as Huybrechts forced his way back into this one. But we know when Van Gerwen is fired up and bouncing around, that's when the special things happen. That's when the ridiculous averages and the big outshots happen. He's found the treble bed there. He's found it again. And Michael Van Gerwen misses the double 6. And how's that slightly awkward double 3? I mean, Huybrechts is 250-odd points behind here, but it can be tricky to see those off.
Well, all Huybrechts can do here is just keep putting the pressure on, keep plugging away, taking the scores off, and hope that Van Gerwen makes a dog's dinner of this. 2 darts, no joy. 3 darts, no joy. So Huybrechts can go again. Needs more than this.
60. Michael requires 6. Game shot in the 8th leg. Michael Mango.
Look to see Van Gerwen's facial expressions by way of a response. It's quite easy to gauge his mood sometimes.
Well, Ronnie Huybrechts managed to win 3 legs on the spin
59.
in the middle of this match to come from 4-0 down to 4-3. He has got to repeat the trick here. Otherwise, he's going home.
100.
But he knows if he does repeat the trick, he's sending the world #1 home. Easier said than done, though. Michael Van Gerwen has made a habit over the last 3 years or so. When his back has been against the wall or when he's really needed to hit something, he has done it. That is why he's won every PDC major in existence, bar the Grand Slam. And he has set his targets on that later this year.
And he's still only 26 as well.
Terrifying prospect.
A career Grand Slam achieved before his 27th birthday.
Potentially.
Potentially.
We're not handing in the trophy just yet.
60.
This for the final place in the last 16 tomorrow. 4 rounds of action. The last 16 takes place in the afternoon session, and then tomorrow night from 7, the quarterfinals, the semis and the final. 4 matches you have to play if you want to lift the trophy and trouser the 25 grand in the process.
Yeah, tomorrow it's all done by the drawback bracket. Michael Van Gerwen, #1 seed. He will be the last game on, I'm told, in the afternoon session.
He will.
What do you require? 146.
First up, Peter Wright against Benito van der Pas. Some cracking ties to look forward to tomorrow. Chizzy against Jenkins, Pipe Huybrechts, Norris Pallet, 2 qualifiers meeting. White, Van der Voort, Dolan, Thornton, King, and Rowdy John Rodriguez.
Michael requires.
And Michael Van Gerwen, look at a book his place there with double 16. And there it is, and a little bit of a wobble mid-game for the world #1. But it turned out to be a relatively stress-free passage into the last 16. The average nowhere near what it threatened to be in the early stages, but MVG doesn't care. It's a 6 he will face Raymond van Barneveld. What a
Michael
tie
van
that
Gerwen
is
setzt
tomorrow
sich mit
afternoon.
6:3 durch gegen Ronnie Huybrechts.
Incredible battles between those two in the past.